West Ham United, one of London's premier football clubs, have always been renowned for their fine attacking football. From the great days of Moore, Hurst and Peters to today's current team, the fans have known that a trip to Upton Park to watch the Hammers would always be worthwhile. In this video, we look at some of the very best of West Ham United. We start with a look at the 1964 FA Cup final. West Ham, then known as the team who couldn't win anything, had beaten Manchester United in the semi-final 3-1. They faced second division Preston End in the final at Wembley. 100,000 people watching as the drama unfolded.
Savin takes the throw to Preston. Holden. Kendall. Now Lawton. Back to Ross. Now Dawson. A goal, yes, by Holden. Holden has scored. Minutes gone. Billy Holden has put Preston North End into the lead, 1-0. West Ham throw. Boyce across to Moore. Now Sissons, that wasn't a good clearance. To Byrne, a lovely one to the Sissons, and it's the equaliser! And it's John Sissons equalises in 11 minutes. Wilson with the corner. Dawson, a goal, a beautiful goal! Stanton had slipped. Stanton had slipped, he was almost down, I think. And then, with no hope with that one, so it's 2-1 for Preston. Okay, well, that's not very distinguished sort of stuff, is it? Bond, and now Hurst has got this one. Kent, no, he never reaches. It's a corner. And I see signs of Brown, the tall West Ham centre half, moving up to the corner. Dawson going to shadow him. There's Brown, number 5. And Hurst. Ah, goal! It's a goal! Hurst has scored. Now, away goes Hurst. Can he do it in the dying seconds? Braybrook, are we going to have a sensational ending? Yes, we are! It's a goal! And that must be the winner! And it looks as if Boyce has got the winner for West Ham United. There's Ron Greenwood being embraced by number 2, Bond. And I'm forever blowing bubbles coming up from our left. Fantastic scenes. Now we move to our camera on the far side as Bobby Moore with black and blue with all that backslapping. There's our camera by the royal box as Bobby Moore comes up to receive the trophy. That's the West Ham chairman is giving him a pat, and the Earl of Harwood, and West Ham have won the cup.
So Bobby Moore lifted the FA Cup for the first time in West Ham's history. Next season, West Ham played in the European Cup Winners' Cup, reaching the final after a classic two-leg semi-final against Real Zaragoza. Here we see some rare footage from the final, played at Wembley against TSV Munich.
CD3 on the right. This could be a goal for West Ham. Yes, and CD has scored. No, it's not quite in the picture yet. Here he comes. Oh, Boyce to Hurst, and CD has made it 2. CD has made it 2.
And the second of 3 important cups lifted by Bobby Moore at Wembley in 3 successive years. But more trophy success eluded the Hammers until the 1974-75 season. We pick up the story at the semi-final replay against Ipswich Town. The first game at Villa Park 4 days earlier ended goalless. The replay at Stamford Bridge was a different matter.
Clive Thomas was again referee for the Ipswich-West Ham semi-final at Stamford Bridge, and once again controversially denied Brian Hamilton what seemed a perfectly good goal. The first shot by Mills had been blocked, but Hamilton put the rebound into the net, and Ipswich duly celebrated what everyone thought was a goal. But Clive, the man in black, disallowed it. The replay of the incident, though, seemed to show that no one had been in an offside position, but the decision was made and Ipswich were denied. Minutes later, a West Ham free kick led to a lovely cross from Trevor Brooking, and Alan Taylor headed them into the lead. 3 minutes before half-time, though, the West Ham defender Jennings inadvertently scooped the ball into his own net to make it 1-1. But in the second half, another free-kick situation brought West Ham's winner. Walk only half-cleared the ball, and there was a second goal for Alan Taylor. He cost only £40,000 from 4th Division Rochdale and went on to score 2 in the final.
Next stop, Wembley, to play 2nd Division Fulham in the FA Cup final. Ron Greenwood's Hammers against Alex Stock's Fulham. Fulham included in the number 6 shirt West Ham's favourite son, Bobby Moore. It was to be Moore's last playing appearance at Wembley. Irony that it had to be against his beloved West Ham.
And again. Twice Pat Partridge has got in the way in the 18-yard box. Fraser for Fulham. Mitchell. Conway. Mullery found himself so much space today. Cutbush. No whistle. Oh! 2 mistakes by Cutbush, and this is Holland. Taylor's in the middle, but covered now by Moore. Jennings. Alan Taylor. Right through Peter Mellon. Bonds beginning to break. Jennings. Bonds again. Tried to find Patton. It was Lampard, cleared by number 2, Cutbush. Patton again. Patsy Holland, who started the goal move through the fullback's mistake. Patton found space. And Taylor again! And Alan Taylor gets his 6th goal at FA Cup football in 3 rounds. 65 minutes, 2 goals in 4 minutes, and no one would dare to write a story like this, even in a fictional world. Premature whistles from the West Ham supporters. McDowell in the last minute. Brooking. Taylor, number 9. Scorer of 2 goals and looking for the 3rd. That's Moore. Fraser to Mullery. Fraser. Bonds back to Tommy Taylor in the last half minute. Lampard. And for West Ham, well, they know now they must win the cup, and they're just playing up top. Fraser. Alan Taylor. Billy Jennings. Almost through the ball. Cutbush. Playing whatever time the referee adds on, and in this match, no injuries at all. The trainer has never been on the field, and there's been no time wasting either. Pat Partridge looks at his watch. Patton run with the corner. Taylor just didn't touch it. It's Bonds, now Lampard. John McDowell. Possession, all they need, and they don't need that now because they've won the FA Cup. Alex Stock, the first to congratulate his opposite numbers, but Alan Taylor completes one of the stories in the long romance of the FA Cup. Never played a complete game until the 6th round, scored twice against Arsenal, then twice in the semi-final against Ipswich, and now twice in the final. To be presented by His Royal Highness the Duke of Kent, President of the Football Association. And the crowd at the far end rise in salute.
No more FA Cup success for the next 4 seasons, but in the 1980 competition, West Ham, now in the 2nd Division, collected the 1st Division scalps of West Bromwich Albion and Aston Villa and faced Everton in the semi-final. The first game, 4 days earlier at Villa Park, had ended in a 1-1 draw. Now the eyes of the East End look down on Elland Road. Could West Ham beat another 1st Division team and reach Wembley?
Looking. Again, that so important look up. Devonshire. Pearson, Devonshire, he's in the gap! Can he put it in again? Oh, that's a brilliant goal! That is a marvellous goal! Blanchford, Berardi, Lampard who got it away, but up comes Wright, 7 minutes left. Plenty of Everton players forward. Oh, that's done in superbly by Blanchford! Mike, Brooking, cross, and oh, it's gone in by Lampard! Frank Lampard has scored for West Ham!
So reach Wembley they did, and faced 1st Division giants Arsenal. It was to be a classic David versus Goliath final. West Ham, the stylish team from the 2nd Division, against the 1st Division pedigree of Arsenal. It also saw the appearance of Paul Allen, the youngest ever player in an FA Cup final. John Lyall led his team out at Wembley.
Nearer to the camera, and Arsenal in yellow on the far side. Billy Bonds, the West Ham captain, holding the ball, followed by David Cross. Phil Parkes, the big goalkeeper. What a moment for young Paul Allen, this at 17, to walk out here as he goes through the picture in an FA Cup final. The men at the front have made the journey before. Terry Neal, the Arsenal manager, leading his side out for the 3rd consecutive year. And John Lyall on the right, the manager of West Ham, led them out at Wembley in his first full season as team manager in 1975. The first FA Cup final of the 1980s starts with Liam Brady on the ball. John Devine gets his first touch. This is Willie Young, looking for Rice, the captain and modern inspiration of this Arsenal side. David O'Leary, the back 4 all getting an early feel of the ball. And Brady wanting to take over, as he did so often last year. West Ham yet to touch the ball. Here's O'Leary. Talbot, back to Rice. Still Arsenal retain possession. That's Graham Rix with a very severe haircut, offside against Liam Brady. Brady very well forward in that attack. Lampard. Pearson. Oh, what a burst of pace from him. Pulled it right back, Jeff Pike coming in. What a good save by Pat Jennings. Nice snapshot by Jeff Pike. The ball was pulled back behind the men who'd gone in first, and Pike came in behind them, and Jennings, mentally and physically, so sharp and so agile. First true shot of the match, and it was well struck too, on target. O'Leary for Arsenal. Looking for Stapleton, Sunderland. And West Ham can break here with Brooking. Pearson, who made the earlier move. Devonshire. Oh, Devonshire's round the back. Oh, right across, it's free. Driven in, and is it a goal? It is. Brooking. Trevor Brooking. The ball ricocheted in off him, and West Ham are in front. Alan Devonshire made it possible. The ball over to the far side of the goal. In they came, trying to make contact, and watch number 10, Brooking. He scored from inside the 6-yard box, and West Ham are in front. Well, the second division side have taken the lead in 13 minutes, and that's the very thing that this cup final wanted. The underdogs to score first. And John Lyall, he may be smoking quietly, but what a start for his side. Stapleton. Brady is very busy and very involved. Talbot. Sunderland. Talbot tries to get the return. Beautifully done by Ray Stewart. So composed, but the pass wasn't. Ricks. A drive by Ricks, and Parks couldn't hold it, and Billy Bonds was on hand. Ricks getting terrific power in the left foot. As you'll see from this, he really drove it, and Parks found it too hot to hold, but Billy Bonds was there. Price for Arsenal. Oh, Brady's well forward again. Trying to find Sunderland, it's gone free. Bonds, and again, Brooking. Brooking, a lovely little ball. That was a joy to watch. Allen to Stewart. Now Pike. Well, people said Brooking would be a factor, and look at this. He's been obstructed, but he's got the advantage played by the referee. David Cross. Pearson's in the penalty area. Brooking again. Played for Stewart. Cross. Brooking, they're in no hurry. Ball to the far post for Pearson to jump with O'Leary. Free kick to Arsenal. Young. And Talbot will find Rice. Arsenal building up in their usual considered style. That was well left by Stapleton. Sunderland played the flick on, and Frank Lampard getting back. We've played a minute of time added on for stoppages at the end of the first half, but Arsenal on the attack with Price to Talbot. Linesman has flagged. I suspect that's an offside. And indeed, as it was, George Courtney blew anyway for half-time. And a vast roar goes up from the tunnel end, because Trevor Brooking's goal means that West Ham lead at half-time. Scored in the 13th minute, unlucky for Arsenal. But West Ham, from the second division, started the match in positive fashion, and they got an early reward for that. And since then, their defence has coped admirably with what Arsenal have done. West Ham will start the second half. West Ham themselves are playing their 58th match of the season. They've been involved in 2 long cup runs as well as the second division programme. And John Lyall and Eddie Bailey, his assistant, making their way to the bench as the second half starts. And Bonds had to be quick there. Price for Arsenal. Brady. Pat Rice has gone outside him. Little ball in for Sunderland. Bonds is watching it. Back to Rice, though. Devonshire, there was a half-hearted appeal for handball over there. And the ball played forward, looking for David Cross. This is Brooking, and West Ham again have got players forward very quickly. Devonshire. Brady. Now, can Brady engineer the sort of openings that Arsenal didn't find in the first half? This is O'Leary. Sunderland, not a very good ball from him. And Billy Bonds might have been a bit strong on Pat Rice. In fact, I think it was 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, but West Ham will get the free kick. If there is one, I think it may even be a throw-in. The referee's signalled for a free kick. The linesman went for the throw-in, but a free kick has in fact been given. Allen. And Brooking just gets a throw-in there off Brian Talbot. And Brooking's goal still separates the two sides in a match in which West Ham have met Arsenal in every department of the game. Brooking again. Now Ricks. Looks for Sunderland, in the way Bonds. Cross has made a run across goal. Here he comes, but out again by Talbot. Nelson's first touch. Sunderland. Ricks. Stapleton. Sunderland has made a run inside if he can find him. Martin is in the way. West Ham's player of the year, Alvin Martin. Given away by Ray Stewart, straight to Ricks. Arsenal throw. Brooking wasn't so sure about that decision, but it's been given against him. Now, what difference, I wonder, can Sammy Nelson make here? Experienced player. Willie Young has gone forward, and Nelson's got a very long throw. In they go. It's going to come out to Price. And Allen with the header, only as far as Talbot. Talbot looking for Brady. Here's Young. Brady. Brooking is tackling. Brady goes down. Free kick. Combination really there of Brooking and Pike that brought Brady down. And a free kick to Arsenal. Well, the wall's got to be right from that position. There are 5 men in it. Talbot shoots! Oh, well held by Parks. Look where Stapleton was in case it rebounded. Shot by Brian Talbot, but watch the goalkeeper hold on, because Arsenal had a man there just in case the ball bounced back. Good goalkeeping by Parks. Free kick to Arsenal. And Arsenal have commanded the second half. They've got all the possession, all the territorial advantage, but can they turn it into a goal and cancel out the lead which West Ham have held since the 13th minute? Free kick the other way. Terry Neal smoking, and Don Howe to his right, very impassive. But this is Brooking for West Ham. Pearson, Devonshire. Pearson is following up here, supporting the attack. It's his ball into Allen. Oh, that's beautifully done by the 17-year-old. Oh, and that was a marvellous piece of vision, really. It may have looked as if it was way over the bar, which it was, but I think he sensed that Pat Jennings was well off his line, which, if I'm not mistaken, he was. When I say well off, he was far enough off for Allen to have a go. And look, he's on the 6-yard line there. And Allen, well, he skied it, but it was nice to see a lad of 17 prepared to try that in a cup final. Ricks again for Arsenal. 7 minutes left. Still Ricks. And West Ham and everybody back in defence again. It's going to be a backs-to-the-wall effort now by them. Ricks retrieves. Arsenal have still got 6 yellow shirts hovering on the edge of the area. But Rice's ball nowhere near good enough to find them, and Cross here could have a run on. He's just paused and waited for support, and here's Allen. Bonds making a run from the back on the far side. Devonshire's with him, Stewart's in the centre. Young is there, it's run loose. It's Stewart, good save Jennings, and the flag's up anyway. A player was offside at the last. Pat Jennings called into action there to make a familiar save with his feet, but it was Billy Bonds that made the break. He tried to pull in Ray Stewart, and as the ball ran loose to Stewart, Jennings saved with his foot. But look at the player on the floor, he's behind the goalkeeper even, so he must be offside. Rice's cross and Lampard's header. Brooking again, nice ball, Devonshire. Brooking again, oh that's beautifully done, Allen. Now, can the 17-year-old take them on? He can! Allen is through, oh, what a pity! A cynical foul by Willie Young, and fully deserving of the yellow card it got. The 17-year-old might have made a storybook finish there. And that was an absolutely direct chance of a shot on goal, and spoiled by the worst sort of professional foul. Just look at that. And it's going to be a free kick to West Ham, about 22 yards from goal. Stewart, it hit the wall, corner. But really there, the punishment didn't fit the crime. All West Ham got was a free kick which cannoned off the end of the wall. But still, they're on the attack. They're leading 1-0, and they've only got 2 minutes to survive. Devonshire. Offside against Cross, but it wouldn't have mattered because Arsenal actually could have played on there. John Lyall knows how close they are now to another victory for the underdogs and a place in Europe. The holders' grip on the trophy is within seconds of being loosened. That's it! West Ham have won the cup. It's gone to the second division for the 3rd time in 8 seasons. David Cross down on the ground, and Arsenal are beaten in the cup final for the 2nd time in 3 years, and East London celebrates. West Ham, the side who've never abandoned their attacking principles, from the 2nd division, win the FA Cup and earn a place in the European Cup Winners' Cup next season. Billy Bonds lifts the FA Cup for West Ham.
West Ham, now in their 2nd season back in the 1st Division, faced a difficult start to 1983 with a home game against Keith Birkinshaw's Tottenham. But a near-capacity crowd of 33,383 was about to have a New Year's present to clear any Hammers hangover.
So it's West Ham who get us away then, attacking the goal to our left in the claret and blue shirt. Spurs, of course, in white. West Ham 5th in the table, and Spurs are 10th. Phil Parks with his first clearance. Stewart. Mazin. And the throw given to Tottenham. And Mazin will take it. With the clearance for Tottenham. Mike came off his knee for Archibald. Pulled back for Hoddle. And Paul Allen trying to reach Van der Elst. And Dickens was in there as well, but here's Ricky Villa. And Houghton. And Brook away over on the far touchline, and another throw for Tottenham. Brook coming off Allen for another Tottenham throw. Brook once again, a quicker one, finding Brooks this time, and Martin just shrugging it away for the corner now to Tottenham. So Tottenham's corner taken by Gary Brook. Breezy afternoon here at Upton Park. Stewart trying to get it away, and West Ham just can't force the ball at the moment into the Tottenham half of the field. And Archibald, in fact, hasn't scored since that afternoon in late November, 8 matches ago. And Paul Price away for Tottenham. Back by Stewart. Now that won't go far enough. Archibald. Stewart's back pass looked for a moment as it might put them into trouble, but Devonshire snaking his way through that Tottenham side. What a lovely piece of play, and finding Van der Elst at the end of it, with Allen willing to go down the right wing for it. Van der Elst to continue it, with the ball eventually coming off O'Reilly for a West Ham throw. So we've had 25 minutes of the first half now, and not a lot to be said for it. And another free kick, this time to West Ham. Wanting the Tottenham two-man wall at least to get back another token yard or two. At the moment they're about 4 or 5 yards off the ball, and that's the art of compromise. The referee got Pike to take the ball back and the wall to go back as well. Gallagher! And Cotty! 17 years old, and he scores his first goal in his first game for West Ham. They don't write stories like that. Mind you, it was a very good header by Gallagher. And Clements didn't get a touch. It came off him, and look at Cotty coming in. And the youngster puts West Ham into the lead. And O'Reilly away towards Crooks. A nice little cushioned header there for Villa. And now Gary Brook with Houghton sprinting up outside him. This is Houghton. And Spurs have got a few forward. Still with Houghton, and across towards Garth Crooks. Nodded back there well, and Archibald, and the shot was saved well by Crooks. Good header out from Garth Crooks. Some excellent work by Houghton, and this is where it very nearly paid off for Tottenham, with Crooks having played it back, and Archibald hitting it first time, but Park second. Martin. Houghton in quick. Clark getting in quickly as well. Van der Elst couldn't pick it up. For Allen. Cotty off in pursuit of it. With Hassan close at hand, but a good ball by Cotty for Devonshire. Getting his shot in, and fisted away well by Clements. Good shot there by Devonshire. He scored one this season. Cotty played a little part in that by playing the ball for Devonshire. Hit it well, tipped over with excellent timing. Clements. Clark. Now Pike trying to feed Devonshire on that far side once more. Hoddle sticking with him. Devonshire brought down, and has he given a penalty? Oh yes, he has. Well, it wasn't a very clear indication. So Ray Stewart, who has scored with penalties on each of West Ham's last 3 games, there was the incident, as Aston brings down Devonshire. And Ray Stewart, as Ray Clements will well know, likes to thunder the ball into the net. He scored in the last 3 games against Watford, Swansea and Notts County. So, chance now for West Ham to get the cushion of a 2-goal lead. It rests with the right boot of Ray Stewart, and Ray Clements is the man who will seek to stop him. 2-0. Hits them with the power that he always does. Clements wasn't all that far away, but right into the corner it went. And West Ham 2 goals to the good. throw to West Ham, and just as Spurs seem to be taking the initiative just before that second goal, so it seems that West Ham are in the ascendancy again now. Quarter of an hour to go. Cotty again for West Ham, getting it wide of Hoddle and finding Devonshire. Here's the ball now for Pike. 3-0! What a good goal. Superbly worked. And now Spurs are dead. Played beautifully there for Pike, just inside the far post.
82-83, good for West Ham as they consolidated their position in the First Division. In October that season, they even moved into second place, but an indifferent spell in February and March saw them slip to 8th. And Billy Bonds passed Bobby Moore's club record of 544 league appearances.
Tunis, cut out by Billy Bonds, finding Pike. Oh, a nice little touch there by Goddard for Stewart. And here's Navy coming in on that right touchline. Oh, and it could be there, Martin! Alvin Martin! It was a lovely piece of play. And it was a lovely touch by Goddard in the first place, Stewart, and then a ball played in beautifully by Neighbour. Grobbelaar could only just pour it out to Martin, number 5. Goddard. And Goddard again, shrugging off Lawrenson, but it's not as easy as that. But he gets it in for all that. Pike! And the second goal for West Ham. Well, Jeff Pike, look at the doggedness here, though, of Paul Goddard. Just whipping it in before it crossed the line. And Pike was there to hit it first time past Grobbelaar. Nodded on there by Goddard for Neighbour. And Goddard outside him. And Clark coming in fast as well. And Clark has scored! 3-1. The value of good wing play is seen here again as Jimmy Neighbour takes them on, plays it wide for Goddard. What a good overlap that was, and what a good cross in. And Clark falls, but scores. Stewart in, Pike, and Elst. Clark, Goddard, looking to get the finishing touch, and does so! So Paul Goddard scores. Gary Bailey, I fancy, wouldn't be all that happy with it. And West Ham's persistence pays off. A nice touch there by Sandy Clark. Goddard taking it well, nice little bit of headwork. And under the falling body of Bailey to put West Ham into the lead. Clark somehow getting it down for Pike. Goddard just trying to get in there. Pike might go all the way. And makes it 3. Jeff Pike. Well, he rode his luck well. And I suppose couldn't believe it in the end when suddenly the ball's at his feet and Bailey was spread before him. Again, he goes round Bailey and tucks it into the back of the net. Not a lot of progress as yet, and the referee playing another good advantage. Good jump by Stewart, who when he first came to West Ham, heading was not his strongest point, but he's really worked on that, and it was a good header away there. Now, Goddard, Van der Elst, a great break by him, and a chance for the Belgian to put West Ham into the lead. 1-0. His 5th of the season, and a very important first here this afternoon for West Ham. Beautiful the way he took it around Ray Clements and slotted it home to put West Ham into the lead. Devonshire just keeping it in. Pike playing it forward again. Martin having stayed up there, but Rice for Watford. Pike once again. Now Dickens turning quickly towards Van der Elst. 1-1. A mistake by Watford. And they are punished by the Belgian Van der Elst. Turned in by Dickens. And the clearance fell straight to Francois Van der Elst. And that makes it 1-1. Still half an hour to go, and still 1-1. Devonshire with the kick. Played into Dickens. Oh, he did well. And a nice little chip for Swindlehurst. So Dave Swindlehurst, his first home appearance for his new club West Ham, and he puts them into the lead. But look again at the contribution there by Alan Dickens. What a lovely little turn, a little flick, and a really delightful left foot cross. Swindlehurst's header and West Ham's goal.
March of 1986 saw the Hammers visit Stamford Bridge. Chelsea, now under John Holland's management, were riding high in the First Division, competing with Arsenal and West Ham for the title of top London club. On a very wet, muddy pitch, John Lyall's team were about to show the Blues how to play football.
McAvenny on the break here for West Ham. A very skiddy surface, torrential rain here before the kickoff. Ward driving it in, only just wide too. All that from a poor clearance, which suddenly had Chelsea under pressure there. Mark Ward with a shot, driving it right across the goal. And it is a very greasy surface here. Stewart who cleared. It's Pike now then for West Ham. Well, he was going nowhere then really, but McLaughlin was certainly in his way. Smile from Jeff Pike. One of the unsung heroes really of West Ham, Jeff Pike. Clearly fouled then by McLaughlin. It's Devonshire. Get that searching run and a good shot too. Oh, it's a marvellous goal. Well, he's the player really that most managers fear most, I think, from this West Ham side. And that was a splendid run and shot then by Devonshire. It's only his third goal of the season. And how well he took it here, drifting past defenders, and the shot beyond the fingertips there of Francis. I think the ball had gone into play then. Woodley thinks it's his throw. I wouldn't fancy asking him to give it back to me. Stewart with the throw then. Rugby climbing above Ward. McAllister. This is Lee. Couldn't get his shot in. But he has found Wood here. Now then for Nevin. McAllister speedy and Lee. All in the middle, but it comes to nothing. Devonshire. Now then to Paris. Breakaway here by West Ham. Until it's curtailed by Pat Nevin. George Paris, who can play at midfield or either full-back position with equal relish. Devonshire. Now then for Pike, chance for a shot here. Not far away either then from Jeff Pike. You may recall his dramatic headed goal in the Match against Manchester United recently. That was his only goal of the season. Well worth a try then, with a shot going in the end over the top. McAvenny lurking in the middle. Here's Stewart. Good try too. And Francis really had to stretch there. And he hurt himself. I think he may well have struck his head there and just turning that one over the top. Ward, who just knocked the ball inside to Stewart, who saw the opening and really extended Steve Francis. And I think he may well have knocked his head on the post. Rugby. McAllister in for Lee. McAllister with the cross in. Nevin going up there. Dickens bringing it away. West Ham just living a little dangerously at the moment. Here's Paris. Dickens and Paris on a roaring run here. Cotti, it's two! Laid on by Paris and finished in style by Cotti. A marvellous break then from defence into attack. Celebrations for those West Ham fans there. And all set up by a marvellous break down the left from George Paris here. He spotted Cotti arriving and beautifully steered into the corner. 11 minutes into the second half. And have West Ham now taken a grip on this match. They're 2-0 in front. The second goal from Tony Cotti is 18th of the season. As West Ham pull everybody back to defend this free kick. Woodbury and McLaughlin have both come up. Nevin with the kick. Lee trying to work a shooting position for himself. Then McAllister getting a second chance. No question of a penalty there. Spackman knocking it back in, but it's all rather untidy and certainly very hurried. Spackman to Speedy. Off goes McAvenny. Oh, away from Rugby, who misjudged his challenge there. Now can McAvenny finish? Oh, for a man with his record, that was disappointing. He's certainly away from Rugby. Hilton with the header. There's Lee. Dickens to Ward. McAvenny had stayed onside. The flag was down. He has Cotti up in support here. Is this three? It is. Well, the partnership has stuck again. McAvenny was so unselfish there. He saw Cotti was in a better position. No offside, and McAvenny for Cotti. And it's 3-0 to West Ham. 18 minutes into the second half, and Tony Cotti's second goal of the game will surely now put this match beyond Chelsea. Gale. Phil Parks, who says he's still having problems with his arthritic knees. They won't be thinking about those at the moment, with his side 3 goals in front here. Oh, McLaughlin misjudged the bounce there. Cotti to McAvenny. Well, would you believe it? That's 4. And the combination has worked once again. Frank McAvenny with his first of the game, laid on by Cotti. Returning the compliment. It was a missed kick, really. He sliced it there. But look at the finish from McAvenny.
It was the summer signing of Frank McAvenny from St Mirren that made all the difference to West Ham in the 85-86 season. His goals helped West Ham into 3rd place in Division 1, their highest ever finishing position. Had it not been for Liverpool's late run in the season, winning 11 of their last 12 games, the championship might have ended up at Upton Park.
Cotti, who stabbed it on. And McAvenny has scored. It's a disaster for Liverpool. Robillard will have to take
a share of the blame. He came off his line, and the ball rather held up and didn't skim on into the penalty area as he was hoping, and Frank McAvenny hadn't given it up and just rolled it into the unguarded net. Neil. I'm sure West Ham would love to see Alan Devonshire in possession more in the Liverpool half. He's found Dickens. Here's Ward. McAvenny going in. 2-1. He's beaten Grobbelaar to it again. He can only reflect as McAvenny and West Ham celebrate. Mark Ward curled the ball into a channel that both Grobbelaar and McAvenny tried to fill. It was McAvenny who got there first, and the ball ends up in the back of the Liverpool net. Adams has gone across again to take charge of the free kick, and he can't bypass the head of Martin. That's a lovely touch from Cotti. One first time keeping the impetus going from Ward to McAvenny. West Ham really knocking it about, but in the end, going from one side of the field to the other, not further forward as they would have liked, although Dickens is in the clear here. Cotti going to the near post, and McAvenny got the final touch. And when you're in a scoring vein like this man is, somehow they always seem to drop for you. It could easily have been Cotti's goal.
So Mark Ward then with West Ham's corner. And what a poor one. Now Stewart, can he resurrect it a little bit maybe? Martin trying to get in with a header. And McAvenny! A goal! McAvenny!
Well, the deadly finishing was there from the man who's flown around the world in the last 10 days. You would have thought that the jet lag might have just blunted his skills, but not for a moment. After it looked as though Rangers had cleared their point, Stewart put it back in, Martin was in there, and a crashing shot from Frank McAvenny.
Upright. Neil playing really into West Ham's strengths in there. Martin won it comfortably. Ward's off on a run, and Dickens finds him, and he's away from Morgan. Cotti and McAvenny repositioning in the middle, and it's McAvenny. He has done it again. Fully fit or not, with a delicately judged header. And Ward picked him out beautifully, and Andrews just caught off his line, and it dropped in off the underside of the bar.
Dickens. Devonshire. Just clipped that through for Alan Dickens. Devonshire's in a lot of space on the right. West United are pulling players back in numbers. Ward! Oh, a tremendous goal! 1-1, Mark Ward! What a tremendous strike by the little number 7. Caught it first time, no chance for Bailey there. In the middle of the midfield, is that right, David?
Yes, in effect, really. I think they've given Olsen a bit of a free ride.
Cotti now. Cotti! West Ham in the lead! Look at the joy! And little Cotti! Talk about a goal out of nowhere, and the pass made
by a United player, and Cotty beating Bailey to it into the empty net, and West Ham have come from behind to take the lead.
Dickens, nice turn, and a through ball for McAvenny. Morris is the defender for Wednesday. McAvenny holds him off, he's got two in the centre. Cotty's arriving now, and there's Cotty, and it's a fine goal! Fashioned for Cotty by McAvenny, and the twosome produce again an important goal for West Ham. The 3rd minute of the second half, and they're back in it. McAvenny held off Morris, Cotty timed his run, got the ball under control, and as Hodge came, a very good finish.
Dickens. Ward. High ball for Stewart to chase. Oh, good control by Ray Stewart. Cotty, lovely turn by Cotty! Oh, what a magnificent goal by Cotty! Stewart lifts his hands, he played the ball into the box, but what terrific skill again by Tony Cotty. Well, it was a speculative ball forward, really, that was for Stewart. He pulled it down magnificently, played it inside Method, and look at the turn inside the defenders by Cotty, and then just inside the post.
Over the next 3 seasons, West Ham's form deteriorated. At the end of the 88-89 season, they were relegated to Division 2. Now under Billy Bonds' management, they rebuilt and finished runners-up to claim their rightful place back in the First Division.
Well, that's a great ball for Morley. Now it's Morley against the goalkeeper. Keeper stood up, but Morley was so efficient. Newton towards Quinn. Down to Slater. Slater on another of those mazy runs, and a brilliant goal from Slater. Once again, West Ham have shown they've got the ability to get the ball inside the defender that causes the problems. Here's Slater now. And this time Karras does put it away. Morley. Bishop again. Likes to pull the strings from deep, but now goes on, and will he get one himself? He should have done, and does! It looked as though he'd made a mess of it. But he had the ability, he had the cool head, and retrieved his own bad first touch to make it 4-0. Plenty of choices and time for him to look around and select. He chose Quinn, and Quinn gave it to him back with space. And now he's put Morley away with a magnificent ball. Oh, that's a superb goal. Breaker. Quinn couldn't quite believe that his man had slipped, but now he's got his goal. And that's 6. And that's a goal that Jimmy Quinn well deserves.
Bishop. Gale. Bishop. Gale again. Nice ball inside the defenders. Keane. Dreyer. Paris. Well, you just felt it had to come eventually. West Ham have chalked up so many scoring opportunities, they couldn't keep on missing them. Dispossessed by Bishop. Morley's dropped off him. Morley. Bishop's gone wide. Morley wants to do it on his own. He's got Keane here. Now Keane. Hit long for Bishop. Brilliant goal by, one has to say, a brilliant player. For Morley. And the route back to the keeper's cut off. This is Dreyer. Priest. Harvey. Oh, McAvenny's in. Was he held? McAvenny, is this 3? It is. Luton have been undone. Keane comes inside Harvey. Morley let it run. Fortunately for Luton, McDonough was wise to it. Dowie. Oh, they've given it to Keane. Nobody knew where it was going. Kevin Keane. Chamberlain safe with his legs, but Morley makes it 4. Six in the wall for Luton. Morley. Well, he made it look easy.
Well done, Southall. He came right through the crowd, but only as far as Breaker. Foster! Goal! Colin Foster scores for West Ham! And Upton Park delighted.
That was Houghton. Slater.
Oh, that's fabulous! And nobody deserves it more than Slater.
So the club that grew out of the Thames Ironworks has proved to be one of the most entertaining in English football. It shouldn't be long before West Ham bring glory once more to the Boleyn Ground.